Gigi, your Halloween queen, and today I'm going to be explaining to you guys the truth behind the brand new Bloxburg ghost hunting map. The truth is actually right beneath our noses, literally. As you guys can see, the minigame map is actually under the main map in the game. And in this map, there's actually a secret forest and a large manor. One of my questions that I've asked myself is, who owns this manor? Well, there are tons and tons of pictures of different iconic Bloxburg characters and the developers. They're kind of in this ghostly, spooky form, which I love. I think that's such a cute little Easter egg. But another Easter egg that I've noticed kind of adds to the lore of Bloxburg itself. In the manor, you can actually find Tom and Susan. What are they doing here? Well, you may think that's just for simple decoration, but then in the dungeon, there are jail cells, and at one of the jail cells, there are two dolls that look just like Tom and Susan. Call me crazy, but I mean, look at them. And honestly, to me, it kind of looks like Tom blocked her into that dungeon cell, because you can kind of notice that he's on the outside and she's on the inside, you know? But here's the question, why? I think that there's actually a lot more hidden beef between Tom and Susan than what's seen to the average Bloxburgian eye. If we scroll down on Bloxburg's Twitter page to their Valentine's Day announcement, we'll find a video that actually describes some Bloxburg lore, so let's have a look.
Oh, Valentine's Day. Valentina returns to town to sell flowers and to look at City Hall, especially Tom. At home, she even built a shrine for him, hoping that one day she will get together with him and move to Bloxburg full-time. Until Susan, from the furniture store, finds out about this story, and she only wants people to look at her shop. So when Valentina goes to work, Susan sneaks into Valentina's house and destroys everything. And when Tom saw this, he felt so bad for Valentina that he bought all of the flowers from her store. And Susan, she can't wait until Valentina packs up and leaves again.
In that video, we were able to learn that Tom actually has a love interest, Valentina, and Susan wanted to sabotage their relationship. Now, in that video, it says that Valentina was planning on moving to Bloxburg permanently, but we haven't really seen her in a while. So I think that she actually did leave, which probably left Tom pretty upset. So now I'm thinking that maybe Tom or Susan wants revenge. Maybe Tom wants revenge because he found out what Susan did, and that's why he locked her up, or maybe Susan wants revenge still on something that Tom did. Another thing that I've actually noticed is that obviously Tom has been the head of Bloxburg for pretty much forever now, but now Susan has been noticed like pretty commonly recently. Obviously, Robuilds had her new movie titled Susan, and I think that that pretty much adds a lot to the Bloxburg lore. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. It's so good. Love Robuilds. She did an amazing job. And that movie kind of explains how much rage Susan feels about her shop not really getting as much attention as others. It's no shock that Susan's shop is a little bit unpopular. She has some outdated furniture and nobody really goes in there often. But recently she's been getting so much attention. And as you guys could see, those two dolls did look like Tom and Susan, but those are actually the default dolls. But why Susan? Obviously Tom makes sense because he's like the face of Bloxburg, but Susan, nobody ever really cared that much about her until recently. Plus, now recently we also got the cardboard cutouts of Tom and once again, Susan. She's all of a sudden becoming so popular, and it makes me wonder if the devs are kind of hinting at maybe some more future lore related to Susan. Once again, like she can feel pretty rageful. So I wouldn't be shocked if she got into some mischief. Speaking of mischief, it's no secret that the Bloxburglar has been involved in some suspicious things in the past, such as lighting Bloxburger on fire with fireworks, which by the way, I still stand by my theory that I made in that cringy little YouTube short that I made like forever ago. I do really think that Boomer is the Bloxburglar because, I mean, come on, Boomer owned the fireworks stand and then he went missing, and then the Bloxburglar lights up Bloxburger with fireworks.
It just makes sense.
In other words, it wouldn't be surprising if the Bloxburglar got involved in some drama. So who knows, maybe the Bloxburglar and Susan are kind of working together against Tom, or maybe it's the other way around and it's actually Tom and the Bloxburglar. I don't really have a fully set theory though, so this video is kind of just like explaining my observations so far, and then I'll probably make a much longer video in the future. So comment down below if that's something that you guys are interested in learning about. Another character that I am going to add into this whole kind of crazy idea is Dom. Who is Dom? There have been so many conspiracy theories about this, but honestly, I really think that's the new guy on the Bloxburg thumbnail. If you go into the city hall, there's actually a secret message that says Dom was here, but nobody really knows who Dom actually is. His name is pretty similar to Tom, so I mean, that would kind of make sense, right? They might be related or something, or maybe Dom is a clone meant to replace Tom. Now, let's add on to this. Tom has always been the face of Bloxburg, and he's been on pretty much every single thumbnail. But now recently, there's been this new guy that's on the new Halloween thumbnail, and people are thinking that this might actually be Dom. My idea is that Dom is actually trying to replace Tom. I mean, come on, man. This new guy literally has a vampire costume. Like, that was Tom's thing first. No shade, but... And obviously, like, he's taking over the thumbnail thing. But the question is kind of like, why would Dom want to replace Tom? Maybe he has some sort of, like, beef with him. Maybe they're brothers and they have a bad childhood. Or maybe he's working with Susan. Here's the thing, though. All of these characters, they kind of have something that I think might connect them, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out, like, the big thing that's kind of making them beef with each other. I mean, there was the Valentine's Day thing, but why would Dom help Susan? And where does the Bloxburglar fit into this? There's so many thoughts running through my brain right now, but I really want to get a video out on this as soon as possible, which is why I'll probably be making a more in-depth video coming up pretty soon. But anyways, Valforce, that will be it for today's video. Please remember to stay vibrant, accept others, and be loyal. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Toodles!